Hello? Yes, it's the Kingdom Hall.
Oh yeah, it's just a little hard to hear you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I was watching a video on jw.org called Broadcasting. Do you guys watch those?
Yes.
Oh, I just have a quick question about something. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Well, first of all, this one was in July 2019. Is that still valid from that long ago?
When you say valid, do you mean it's still available to view? Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I just wondered if they still believed like the things that he was saying in there. I didn't know. I know they have a lot of like new light and stuff like that. I heard some people told me something I asked about was like too old. I didn't know how recent it would have to be. But anyway, I was noticing that he was talking about a verse, and it was in context of humility. In Proverbs 11:2, it says, "When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom." So I noticed that their translation, it uses the word instead of pride, presumptuousness. I thought that was interesting. There's no other translations that say that word presumptuousness. And the way he was talking about it, he seemed to believe that presumptuousness, which means like doing things you're unauthorized to do, you know what I mean? Like going outside of your own realm of responsibility or whatever. He seems to me explain that as like not obeying the organization. It just seems like a long kind of jump from Proverbs 11:2. He used words like runs ahead without the authority. Presumptuous can cause us to lose God's favor. He was really referring to obeying the organization. I'm pretty sure. Would you agree with that?
What exactly is your question about the word presumptuous?
Oh, okay.
Proverbs 11:2.
Yeah.
Presumptuousness comes, dishonor will follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's really interesting that when Jeffrey Jackson was testifying in a court case in Australia, he said he was asked if they are like the only spokespeople that God is using. And he said that might seem presumptuous, which is an interesting kind of roundabout answer. But I saw another verse that has the word presumptuous, and it's in Deuteronomy 18. And this is what it says. It says, if any prophet presumptuously speaks a word in my name that I did not command him to speak, that prophet must die. How will we know that Jehovah has not spoken the word? When the prophet speaks in the name of Jehovah, and the word is not fulfilled or does not come true, then Jehovah did not speak that word. The prophet spoke it presumptuously. You should not fear him. So, I don't know. I mean, just looking at it and their history, it seems like maybe they're the presumptuous ones, you know?
Well, you're entitled to your opinion, of
Yeah.
course. And do you have a question, though, on it?
Yeah, do you guys believe the test of a spokesperson for God in Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22?
Well, I believe Jehovah has used prophets in the past. He uses different people throughout history.
I wasn't asking if he used prophets. I was asking, do you believe the test of a false prophet in Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22 and how it defines presumptuousness?
I'm really just not sure what your question exactly is, whether or not I personally view Deuteronomy. Can you tell me the scripture once more? Deuteronomy what?
18:20 through 22.
Okay.
You know they speak in the name of Jehovah, right? And have always historically. I mean, even in recent broadcasts, they called it their literature and videos meet in due season from Jehovah.
And so are you doubting that Jehovah's Witnesses have Jehovah's Spirit?
Absolutely, because I'm going by Jehovah's arrangement here in Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22.
Okay.
So, it's ironic that they call people who don't obey them presumptuous, and they're trying to. And I notice in a lot of their talks that's how they define humility. Humility is the opposite of pride. If you're proud, you don't keep up with them or agree with them or whatever. I mean, it's just really reading a lot into scripture. But it's just something to think about, the test of a false prophet. And they've even claimed to be prophet. They use that word and call themselves like the Ezekiel class, the Jeremiah class, So they're really making quite a high claim. So this says it's presumptuous if you predict things that don't happen. So have you ever reviewed the history?
Well, it sounds like you've done a lot of research in
Yeah.
your opinion. That's, Jehovah gives us the ability to choose what we'll believe, what we
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I guess unless you were baptized as a child and you're kind of stuck.
So thanks for calling.
Okay, God bless you.